All right, we are live for episode 9 on our Ultimate General Civil War playthrough. So we are hoping to get back into the swing of things here. Not sure why I'm having to sign back into Steam. I think because it's been a minute. Might as well do a little sound check on my voice here. Oh yeah, sounds beautiful. I just sound gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, minimize all that Steam crap. Alright, it should be popping up. I think it took a minute to pull it up because we were signed out of the Steam network. So, this is our first time playing this game, this playlist. We're making pretty good way. We started off with the Union campaign, just normal difficulty. And we've been doing pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. We had a couple of let's see, our latest one is 8/4/26 140. So you can see it's April the 8th. So it's been about 2 months. So we had one part, about say about 3-4 battles in, where we just got absolutely wrecked. Okay, hold on a minute, hold on here. We are, I don't even know the objectives here. Alright. So it has been a minute since we played this. So I'm going to have to familiarize myself. Okay, single click, come off. Yeah, right click is how you move. Okay, yeah, we're good. So right now, oh, I remember, I gotta use the WASD keys. Okay, I kind of remember where we're at. We're kind of trying to defend this, this position here. It's kind of a defense deal. So our initial starting forces are kind of weak. And the Confederates, they kind of pushed us back here. But we've got reinforcements en route. Okay, that's not what I want. Okay, we've got our 3 artillery here. We can get the 3 artillery right about there. That would be perfect. I don't want to do the double quick on the infantry just yet. I do remember when you utilize the double quick, man, it chews them up. It chews them up. Their morale, or I don't know what you call it, I guess their ability. Condition, that's what you call it on this game. It's been a couple months, but yeah, if you like kind of rush your troops by doing the double quick option, your condition just drops. And you really want to keep your condition up as long as you can, because you're going to need an occasional charge here and there. Alright, our artillery's in place. I don't know where this particular infantry's going. I'd like to kind of roll him up right here. We're just going to put these infantry here in support. Alright, Tyler is eventually going to come relieve Hawkins. And we might have Porter relieve Murphy there. Alright, Law, let's bring him down here. Now, I gotta do a sound check because it has been a minute. Okay, sounds beautiful. Yeah. Okay, we're back in the swing of it. So yeah, this is where we're at. We'll just overwrite that save. I remember now, we just started this battle, and we got initially pushed back a hair, and then our reinforcements came in. None of the starting brigades are part of our army anyway. It was all, Alright, let's get, Heron over here. Let's get York up here. Okay, Murphy. We're going to switch Murphy out of the wall. And we're going to put Porter on the wall. Same with Hawkins. Pull him out. Put Tyler on the wall. Get our large brigades formed up on the wall. See, now he's starting to creep forward. He thinks he has a chance. Oh yeah, that's how you consume it. Okay. So I don't see any issue us being able to defend this position. We've still got about 2,000 seconds left. But right now, so far, it's going pretty good. And I don't see no issue at all. And I do have the live chat pulled up as always. You know how we roll. I know we're taking some artillery fire, but we can't really see. How many cavalry do I have? One cavalry and one skirmisher, that's okay. More important to have infantry than anything. You know, we might get some attacks of opportunity here between Law and Carlin. Put Hawkins on this south wall. It's not seeing a lot of action. Murphy can cover our rear here. Everybody's looking pretty good on ammunition for the moment. Oh yeah, I forgot you gotta do that hold option. Oh yeah, he's gonna try and charge in. Please. Yeah, I forgot about that hold option. You can't do it if they're excuse me, if they're deployed on a wall, like for example, Hawkins Brigade and Tyler Brigade, you can't put a hold on them. But other brigades you can put a hold on. I'm kind of seeing if we can sneak around here. So far, he's not even coming close. Tell you what, we're gonna... That's not what I wanted. We're going to creep up here a little bit. Yeah, fire on him. All artillery fire on him. I'd like these guys to kind of start working their way up. Okay, there's our artillery here. We're going to attempt to charge this artillery. We've been getting pretty fortunate with our cavalry. Blah, 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 blah. Speak English. With our cavalry being able to rip up enemy artillery positions. We're going to bring Carlin and Law Brigade out in support. Okay, hold right here. Hold. Everybody hold. Trying to creep up a little bit here again from where we were at originally. Yeah, we are just taking massive artillery. Okay, we messed up that artillery brigade there. And I'm hoping that our 2 infantry here can kind of creep up. Let's get Murphy out here on the wing. Yeah, I'd like to be able to get back to our initial position. But that'll be tricky. Alright. Alright, we're gonna have Law charge that artillery. And Carlin form up here. Cavalry chase that down. This Shoemaker artillery brigade might mess us up, but we got a pretty good flanking maneuver going here. Oh yeah, we're cutting that. We're cutting that up. Law. See how fast the condition goes down? The condition is just dropping so fast. When you do charge or any kind of quick movement, and the condition just plummets. Alright, we've destroyed that artillery brigade. And Law is now engaged in hand-to-hand combat with that. Charge! Oh yeah. Okay, see now Carlin kind of getting on the offensive here a little bit. Meant to be a defensive mission. But right now we are just so stacked against them. Alright, just hold that edge right there. You know what we're gonna do? This is risky, but we're going to go for a charge. Now we can kind of see some of the enemy's position. Our cavalry's going to be in a bit of a trouble here. I should have brought that skirmisher out to the south. What am I thinking? These guys move pretty quick. Alright, we're going to start flanking Jenkins here. Alright, pull that artillery back. Not artillery. Cavalry. We've lost about 200 men in that cavalry brigade, but they did their duty. They really chased off his guns up on his hill. My goodness, he's got a lot of artillery. He's still got 5 more brigades. Alright. We've got 4 infantry brigades working on flanking him. Skirmishers are coming around. I've still got reserves here. I have Battle and Foster. And we just lost a leader. Okay. Trying to form up here. Alright. I know he's got artillery down here in the south. This infantry here is having a hard time getting into formation. It sucks because when you're kind of moving around, you can easily get flanked. Yeah, see, these guys' condition are terrible. But we did push them back. Alright, have Foster take that position. We are losing a few too many leaders, I'll be honest with you. I don't like that fact. But we did get pretty aggressive here. Okay, let's get... I don't know why we lost sight right there. Alright, our supply. Change it to infantry. Oh, what happened to his artillery? I could have sworn it ran to the corner of the map. He must have gone up. Alright, we're making a good push here. That is not a good line. No, that's not what we want. For whatever reason, that skirmisher... Alright, start refilling these guys' ammunitions. Oh my goodness, Perrin, you're turned the wrong way. Alright, Heintzelman hold. York hold. Standard hold. There you go. Now you're getting into position. Alright, get the skirmisher on the wing over here. This is actually going really good. For not having been on this title for a couple months and coming back to it, we are actually doing like really, really good. We can bring Porter out. Now he's running into ammunition problems. We are not. We are just going to go down the line with our supply wagon. Refilling everybody. Not worried about the artillery. They've pretty well done their duty. What's the hotkey for double quick? R. That's right. R for run. That makes sense. Right, get in position. And we are just surrounding him. There's only 190 seconds left in the mission, so... Yeah, initially you kind of started where we were at. But man, he pushed you back so quick. But we got our reinforcements, so... And this is kind of... Oh, York just got routed. What the heck? Alright, fall back, fall back. Alright, Heintzelman. Okay. Change your positions. My goodness. You guys are having difficulty maneuvering on the battlefield. Our cavalry's just swooping back here trying to look for opportunities. Alright, you need to hold. Honestly, if we had more time, we can completely eliminate him. He's getting wrecked right now. We are just surrounding him. Oh, he's getting chewed up. Finally, our flanking maneuver is paying off down here. Well, the cavalry can pretty well see everything back here. There's not a whole lot going on. Nice. Yeah, he had more cavalry and more guns, but we had a lot more infantry. We had like 8,000 more infantry. We lost about 6,000 infantry. He lost 15,000. My goodness. He got chewed up. Some of these guys just got massive experience. Wow, a few of our artillery's got quite a few kills too. It's pretty impressive. His best units, Kemper Brigade and Robertson, they had 900 kills each. Peter, Sully, and Carlin are dead. And we just captured some rifles. Perfect. See, now we can go to the, in between each battle, you kind of, refill your army. So we got 66,000 and 3,900 recruits. Recruits is our main issue right now. We've got the money, and we've got the equipment, and we've got the career points, but man, we are like desperate for recruits right now. Alright, this is our reserve corps. They're all full strength. Second corps, working on them. First thing we have to do is replace our division commanders here.
Sir, yes, sir!
We have nobody to command. Alright, Carlin needs a leader. Excuse me. Gotta replace the leaders. Gotta replace the officers. So I usually go through that. Then I kind of take a peek at who got some level up. And get an additional perk. Firearms accuracy. See, a couple of our artillery is here. 3 of our artillery brigades got some nice level up there. Alright, who is damaged pretty bad? Looks like York and Standard took the most casualties. So first what we do is get as many people up to full strength as we can get.
Yes, sir.
Without losing any of our perks.
Sir, yes, sir! Sir, yes, sir!
All of this part, it took me like several battles to kind of get squared away on how your army organization works and everything. Yeah, Porter, Tyler, those are our 2. Porter, Tyler, and Battle, those are our 3 strongest infantry brigades. Now, I didn't go up all the way because I wanted to keep that second perk. The more fresh recruits you have, your experience goes down. See, now we're out of recruits. We only have 128 recruits left. We've got the money, we've got the equipment, we've got a lot of guns. I've got enough guns here to make 10 more, 8 to 10 more infantry brigades. But we do not have the recruits to back it up. So hopefully these leaders, they're all wounded. I'm hoping they'll come back next turn. I think it takes a couple of battles before they come back. Yeah, our second corps, they're still pretty damaged. They took a beating on one of our previous engagements here. So if we spend 30 reputation, we can get 7,000 recruits. We're going to do that because we got 81 reputation. No, 61 reputation. But before we do that, we're going to save. And we're going to take a sneak peek at what our next battle is. Then we'll come back, spend our 30 career points, get 7,000 more recruits, finish filling out our brigades we have here. That's probably just enough to get everybody back up to snuff. As far as our career, we have 1 career point. Army organization, training, medicine, they're up all the way. We want to work on the politics, because the politics helps get more recruits. And that's what we're lacking right now.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so we're going to take a sneak peek at our next battle here. Those correspondents, they're pretty much the same. Okay, so we already did the minor battles leading up to Chancellorsville. And you can kind of see what battles we've done so far. This is our 9th live stream playing this game. And we've already done, we started at this capture the train station, June 1861. And we've already done all these battles. And Nansman River, Siege of Suffolk, and Supply Raid. Those are the 3 minor engagements we just had leading up to Chancellorsville. So it's already 1863. So we've already played 2 years of the Civil War, essentially. And you can see we've had mostly victories, but back here towards the beginning we had a draw and a defeat at Crossroads and a defeat at Shiloh. And those 2 defeats on our 6th and 7th battles of the game, that was devastating. Because it like completely wiped out our army. And we lost all those men. We didn't play it right at all. And it wasn't until later in the game we started realizing that it's almost better to retreat and keep your men alive than just, let the battle run out. Because if you get owned, you get owned. Alright. So, Chancellorsville, we're not going to start it. We're just taking a peek at the layout here. Okay, so you've got the center, the vanguard, and the rear guard. So, yeah, probably just going to do our first corps, which is our main army here in the center. Second corps will be the vanguard, and then second corps will be the vanguard, and then third corps will be the rear guard. We have this brigade, or this corps, this fourth corps, but there's only 2 brigades in that corps, so that's not a big deal. So before we start the battle, let's spend those career points and get those much needed recruits. Nice. And get everybody here back up to snuff. Oh, out of Harper's Ferry rifles, okay. So we only have so many of those available. And it kind of tells you there how many you have available. We got 572 available. That's actually the Harper's Ferry 1855. Yeah, it's not a bad rifle. All right. In battle, he has the same deal, but there's no more available for sale. So we'll be unable to get him up. Let's work. I don't know what's wrong with my voice. Excuse me. I had to clear my throat. Alright, let's work on getting our second corps. We're missing some division commanders. There's none available to recruit, unfortunately. So our second corps, we're going to get them. The second corps pretty much mostly has the basic Springfield 1842 rifle. See how fast we ripped through 5,000 recruits already? We've only got 2,000 more available. So let's give Hicks about 600. Let's try to get all these guys up to about 1,800 here. Not quite full strength, but alright, that leaves us with 854 recruits. Now what we can do with that is on our fourth corps here, we can get a couple of actually on the third corps here, let's get some more artillery. We do have some. We got plenty of Napoleons available in the shop, so we can get a couple of half-strength artillery brigades here. And there's 100 recruits left, so that's all we got. So save. And we are about to check the time here. Okay, we're still good on time. So let's start the next battle. Chancellorsville. Now see if we get a victory on this battle. We'll get 10,000 recruits and 30 reputation. I mean, it's really important on these major, or I'm sorry, they're called grand battles. Really important on these grand battles to get the victory, because you really need that reputation. You know, you get a draw A draw and defeat, you still get money and recruits, but you can see your reputation, you get nothing. And that reputation is key to help boost up the amount of recruits you can get. We successfully raided the Confederate weapons depot, so we get minus 10% enemy weapons quality in this battle. Some of those minor engagements leading up to major engagements, if you win them, then your grand battle will be a little bit easier. So, huzzah, huzzah. Alright, first corps. Second corps be the vanguard. Third corps, rear guard, and our reserves, which only has one skirmisher, one cavalry, and I think 2 artillery. They will be there. Now, it kind of takes away from some of your, like, we're not going to have everything. Certain brigades get left out, and it's kind of random. Don't ask me why some of these grand battles, it seems like that. So we're deploying 4 corps, 9 divisions, 55 brigades, 78,000 men, and 294 guns at the Battle of Chancellorsville. Surely we can do this. Okay, our forces have crossed the western fords of Rappahannock River and are now marching inside Confederate territory. Our vanguard is marching down U.S. Ford Road. Our main army is approaching from Ellie's Ford Road. The rear guard will arrive from Orange Turnpike. Okay, so we'll all be like converging off this position. Our vanguard is expected to arrive today, 30th of April, at Chancellorsville Road Junction. We have established our camp at Chancellor's Farm, and tomorrow, when more of our forces arrive, we will advance to meet Lee's army near Fredericksburg. Up to now, we have not met any serious opposition. This could get ugly. That means you're about to get smoked. Anytime it says that, that's just asking for trouble. So let me see here real quick. Just making sure our live chat's good. Okay. Up to now, we have not met any serious opposition, probably because Lee's army is stretched out too thin. We have spotted enemy movements at the roads ahead of us, but we should be able to repel them easily. And these grand battles, pretty much most battles in this game, it's not like you start the battle and you have everything available. A lot of times it's in sequences. So like you'll have a group doing one session, and then another group will come in for another session, or it'll move to a different part of the battlefield. But usually as the battle progresses, it'll open everything up, and towards the end of a grand battle, from what I've seen in the game, eventually you kind of can see the entirety of the battlefield and have access to everything. We are ready to advance. Your vanguard awaits your command. Great. So we're just going to see who. A few of our forces have already begun marching via River Road. No sight of the enemy there. That means they'll get ambushed. We're so counter. Whatever the game says, we're just immediately thinking the worst possible situation. Because boy, you get consistently ambushed and surrounded in this game, and then you have to pull back, pull back, pull back. You know, that's kind of the. I guess that's just the way of it. How it goes, I don't know. We must scout and hold the ridge that controls Orange Turnpike, which leads to the town of Fredericksburg. And you can, my God. Sorry, I don't know what is wrong with my speech today. The road which leads to Fredericksburg, Orange Plank Road, must also be secured. Okay, well, we understand. It really goes through like everything you need to do. This part gets a little tedious. It is advised to defend our camp until more troops arrive. The Confederates might attack before we consolidate our forces. And you can just skip through all of that nonsense, but it is beneficial to kind of help you get a sense of what's going on. Okay, we got to zoom out a little bit here. Alright, supply wagon, turn it off for a minute. Let's, actually, no, you guys defend here. Get that artillery up here. We'll put Gordon in reserve right here. Tyler hold, Carr hold. Buford deploy here. Pleasanton, you come over here. Evans will hold about right here. Get this artillery together. Kind of like to get the artillery just bunched up together. Corps commander is fine. We can bring him up right here. These two gentlemen, Torbert and Shaler, we'll keep them up there. So right now our objectives is hold Chancellorsville Farm. So you can see there's like 3 different sequences to this battle. And this is the first sequence of hold Chancellorsville Farm. So we're going to hold this position. We've got 1,440 seconds to hold this position. And these grand battles are no joke. They can drag, they can last quite a long while. So don't be surprised if we have to cut. Alright, right now, just keep, just turn the artillery supply on for now. If we notice any of our infantry getting low, we'll turn on the infantry supply. So eventually, hold Orange Turnpike, hold Orange Plank Road. Okay, eventually we want to capture these 2 positions. But I think for the moment, we're just wanting to hold Chancellorsville Farm. And when more of our brigades come in, this is our 2nd Corps here, when our 1st, 3rd, and 4th Corps come in, we'll start pushing. So we don't have any cavalry that we can scout with. So right now I think we're just going to be playing a bit of a waiting game. And it'll tell you if it spots any enemies. But we do have a bit of a vantage point. This icon here with the eyeball, if you got a brigade over that, it kind of expands your line of sight. I guess kind of a lookout point. So just kind of browsing this section of the battlefield. You know, playing Civil War Generals 2, that old game, and then coming to this game, it's kind of funny how you look at the map and you try to figure how it matches the other map, you know. But I kind of understand now. This is actually Chancellorsville, as far as I can guess. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just the outlying farm, I guess. So, I don't know. I guess we're just waiting. Or do we want to push up? See, I don't know that. So we can kind of start creeping up. We'll go ahead and bring our artillery up here. We'll put Gordon in reserve here. We're going to move some infantry up just to see if we can see anything. I've got a feeling we were supposed to sit and wait, but if we have to, we can do a kind of a sprint back to our position. If we have to. So you can kind of hold. Let's have Gordon hold that. We're just kind of creeping up, seeing if we can see any of the enemy. We are pretty stout, so I'm not too concerned. Even though historically Chancellorsville was an absolute debacle for the Union. Only because the Confederates, they really outmaneuvered the Union so bad. Anytime the Union was going to push in one area, they the Confederates, they kind of dodged. They kind of left that area abandoned, essentially. And a lot of the battle, the Union was chasing ghosts. I'm just kind of... We might have to run back. But we're really thin in the farm right now, but... I mean, who knows? We might be able to take this position. Okay, there's some enemy here. Okay. So, everybody hold back here. Alright, get into position. Okay, I don't know why. We were crisscrossing each other. So we're going to use these 6 infantry brigades to see if we can push up and take that position. We're going to leave all of this for defense. Alright, you 3 keep pushing up. Kuznowski might get flanked from this direction, but we'll see. I think they'd handle that skirmisher a little bit better. There we go. Alright, move up. Alright, hold. 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 You 2. Get across the river there. That'll be good. Just keep these gentlemen in reserve. Oh yeah, we're chewing up his skirmisher brigades there. Right, Evans, hold. Once this skirmisher routs, we'll take all 4 of these brigades and just put them straight right here. Let's bring Gordon down. Or no, Gordon hold here. Bring Tyler up. Alright, so he's starting around. So what we're going to do now, bring all these guys up here. Put them on the double quick. We're going to just start get some flanking fire here now. Alright, car hold. Once they straighten up, he's got 3 full-strength infantry brigades here with a couple cannons support. There's Lee himself. Alright, we're bringing Tyler up to kind of cover our Krasnowski's flank. And we are getting scarce over here by the farm. Let's see if we can get this position here. They've got condition to run. Flank. Dang it. See, that happens when you turn him. He should recover over here. And we'll try to swoop him up here. I'm not sure if we'll have enough time. But I'd like to get that position at least before the timer runs out. So now we're starting to lay down some fire. Alright, Evans. Come on, recover. I believe in you. There you go. Alright. Probably not going to get to there. 30 seconds. And I'll tell you what, Tyler, you have got to get up there. 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I don't think he got it so close the timer ran out. That was close. But the battle's not over. It's just the first stage of the battle. The Confederates are too many. We are outnumbered. Fall back, fall back. We must defend our camp or else our campaign will end prematurely. Okay, so apparently the Confederates are going to start pushing up this way. Good thing we brought Tyler down to kind of hold it. But I'll be honest with you. Bring up the artillery. Matter of fact, bring all these guys up here. I've got a feeling we might get to hold this position. Alright, Tyler, pull back here. Let's keep our Corps commander here. Supply wagon, we're going to pull it up with the ooh, Evans is getting chewed up. Oh, we're getting some reinforcements now. I think this is part of our 3rd Corps. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Boyle. Oof. Yeah, we need to get that artillery up here. Alright, Evans is surprisingly holding. And Krasnowski just broke. Alright, we are going to have to pull back here. Alright, car, pull back. Evans, pull back. Get out of there. That's getting sketchy now. I think we can hold here, though. Everybody's going to pull back. Oh, Evans just got chewed up. Yeah, he did come out in force. Alright, Tyler hold. Pleasanton, turn. Car, turn. Artillery here is starting to fire. Gordon, come down here. We'll get Evans and Benjamin back in the fight here. Yeah, Evans, as soon as he recovers, we need to get him out. Alright, Krasinowski hold, Pleasanton hold. Buford, come over here. Tyler, pull up a little bit. Buford, we're going to pull him over here. Alright, we're starting to reform our line. Oh, Evans, get out of there. Oh, he's chasing. God, dang it. That was a mistake, pushing him down. You can see the reinforcements are taking forever to get down to the battlefield, but we'll hold. Alright, everybody's still good on ammunition. Alright, once Evan recovers, we need to get him out of harm's way. Out, up over here. Alright, Benjamin hold, Gordon hold. As soon as Evans recovers. Alright, Tyler hold, Buford, straighten up. Come on, straighten up. I don't like the way Krasinowski is kind of pointed right here. It's not really... Okay, this is much more uniform. Alright, Evans, where you at? Get out of here. Just come up all the way over here. There you go. What are you doing, Tyler? What is this guy doing? Get out of there. You're gonna get routed. Thank goodness you didn't. Okay. This artillery, bring it up here. Bring that gun up here. And these 4 infantry brigades here. Just about like that. I think that'd be good. Alright, Tyler, now you can straighten out. And I think the men in Tyler's brigade were drinking the previous night. Okay, Evans is finally getting back into action here. We'll put Benjamin on the wing and Evans kind of a little bit in the center. I'm keeping my eye on the mini-map, making sure he doesn't ambush our position back here. Alright, Tyler hold. See, now he's kind of in the river too, so that's what you want. You want him to be trudging through the water. There is a slight, it makes your units ineffective and vulnerable to gunfire, so there is modifiers on what terrain you're in. Alright, Evans, pull him up right here. He's got some artillery up here still. Hold on. Alright, just do that. Pull back. I didn't see he's got a picket fence there. Alright, good job on the artillery. Fire on lane. Yeah, you gotta maintain cohesion on these grand battles. We are here to see some of his brigades are rather large, 2,800. Ours are about 2,000 average, but we have a little bit better quality weapons, to be honest. A little bit better quality weapons here. I thought we did. Alright, our artillery here. Let's pull up our Corps Commander, give some morale boost. Tolbert, just stay right there. Actually, Shaler, hold that position. Alright, artillery, fire on McGowan. Oh, there's Kershaw. Alright, looking good, looking good. See, look at this brigade. 2,900 men in that Confederate brigade. We're going to have our artillery fire right here, because put all them on hold. So far, so good. We're, kind of had to pull back a little bit, but we're holding our own. It's not like steamrolling us back to the farm. And I think these are like the 2 final objectives. So, it's not like over. But it's hard to say, because your first time playing a battle, you never know the nuances of how the battle plays out. I've had a few battles in this game where I'm like, I think I still have another sequence, and I have more time. But nope, that was it. Battle over. And didn't complete the objective. It was like, ah. So it's pretty hard to tell. I'll tell you what. This guy is. He's going to get routed. Proceeding to the next day. Okay, so that was day 1. So hopefully day 2 we get a little bit more of our forces out into play. Phew. It gets sketchy. Alright. Day 2. Get a drink of water here. Oh, so in between days you can kind of replenish a little bit. I did not know that. Yeah, none of our first corps, well, a little bit of our first corps saw the battle, I think. No, none of them saw the battle yet. Evans, Kuznets, yeah, it was all these gentlemen. Yeah, our second corps was the one we were just playing with on the first day. They were kind of holding their own. Just keep everything. There's nothing we can do. We don't have any recruits to do anything with anyway. Alright. Start. Okay, it seems our plan is not progressing well. The Confederates responded very aggressively, and we are now on the defensive. Our camp in Chancellorsville must be secure. Our brigades must be deployed to defend the east side camp. Okay. Our left flank, the rebels are less likely to attack, but we must be wary. A strong infantry presence at this area will protect us from a direct frontal attack. Okay, so it looks to me like we've got the majority of our army now on day 2 here. Because it seems like most of our army is deployed. So we've really got to be kind of spread out, covering everything. So, as far as I can tell, most of our army's on the battlefield now. We are unaware of what the rebels are planning. They haven't attacked us till now, and it's getting dark. Attempting to advance could be risky, but also rewarding. It is your call to decide what's best. Okay, hold your roll right there. So we've got a little bit of time to make this happen. However, this is going to be a sketchy day 2, as far as I can figure. As far as I guess, this is going to be very sketchy. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes here. But right now, I'm just kind of formulating a game plan. Trying to think of what would be best. All right. I got you. Let's say we got about 20 more minutes or so. Ooh, I'm almost scared to see what's going on here. Holy moly, we are spread out like crazy. Sheesh. Probably not a bad idea to go ahead and save. Before we continue. Because so far... Oh, shoot. Okay, I almost loaded. Save. Yeah, not a bad idea to save right now. Because so far it's going pretty good. So let's go ahead and go with that. Alright. So there, we'll hold here. Heintzelman. Cover here. We'll just go bit by bit here. Alright, some of these guys are... Bring that guy up here. Got our cavalry. Those guys are on the wing. Artillery. We'll have one artillery position over here. Bring that supply wagon down. Barnes is in the reserve. So let's pull him over here a little bit. Along with our cavalry. Our cavalry is going to be kind of exploring here. Yeah, we're going to get this artillery. Get all this artillery together here. Not all, but most of it. Alright. Especially you. Get up there. You are way too exposed. Alright. Skirmishers. Deploy in the woods. You deploy on the wall. You two. You two deploy right there. We'll get another artillery position up here. We've got Benjamin here in reserve. Okay. Car hold. You three. Come over here. And supply wagon, get up there. My goodness. Alright, get that artillery over here too. Alright, Torbert will essentially guard the supply here. Okay, we've got this artillery position here. We've got a supply wagon en route. Everybody here is holding nicely. We'll bring this Corps Commander up to the artillery. Alright, this artillery. Go back to your spot. Alright, we've got them holding. All four of you holding. Supply wagon back here. Keep the artillery supplied. That infantry's moving, and he's already attacking us over here. Okay, we were not ready for that. Evans is barely holding that just in case. Okay, get that artillery up here. You protect here. You protect here. Yeah, you too. Perfect, okay. This is looking a little bit better here. I feel like this direction up here, this is where we're kind of going to be pushing down. Over here is just kind of going to be a bit of a holding action. Yes, I can see you're attacking our right flank. Hold, hold, hold. Ooh. Okay, this is kind of sketchy over here. Oh, and he's got some infantry tagged. Alright, Burns is really going to have to hold this position. We'll use the cavalry to do any flanking maneuvers. A little weak on our right flank, to be honest. See, up here it's kind of quiet. So I'm not sure what's going on over there. I feel like we need to push that army group down. Because we're really meant to get on the offensive here. Let's start pushing up a little bit here. All this artillery and Corps Commander, bring it right here. We're going to go for a swinging down motion here. We're really stacked up on the right side of the map. Over here we're a bit weak. Alright, I've got our cavalry kind of exploring here. They're going to cover the infantry. Grab the Corps Commander. Okay, hold up, hold up. You need to attack him. Let our cavalry swoop him in the rear. Yeah, these battles demand like a lot of your attention. Alright, Shaler, we need to turn him a little bit this way. Provided he doesn't get flanked. Alright, now Pender is attacking Burns. So we're going to pull our cavalry up here. See if we can flank him. Okay, this is not bad. Starting to get attacked on our center a little bit here. We've got a lot of artillery there. Provided we hold this position. Alright, we're about to charge in there. We might capture Pender right there. Alright, pull the cavalry back. You just hold right there. See how crazy it gets. Alright, keep swinging down. Hopefully our cavalry can rough him up. Oh, damn it. We're getting flanked right here. He's pushing through with his some infantry here. Man, we need to get some reserves over here. Pleasanton, get over there. Pleasanton, come here. Buford and Lydell, get up there. He is rocking us over here right now. Get these guys back here. This guy is tricky right here. We kind of shifted everybody a little bit. Alright, bring the cavalry down. Now attack that cavalry. Yeah, shoot them. You don't want any break in our line. We're taking a chance charging with our cavalry there, but... Alright, Buford and Lydell are coming up. Center is holding, and these guys are slowly starting to swing the arm down. No. There you go. Alright, you two. Not you. I hate to put so much focus. Need to keep my focus on the right there, but... Okay, our cavalry is definitely doing some damage here. Alright, let's get Appler turned here a little bit. Getting a little bit sparse right here. Oh, we've got so many guns up here, but he's attacking us so heavy on the right. On our right. The left of the screen. Alright, artillery. No, not artillery. Cavalry, get up here. Absolute chaos. Bring Lydell up in the center here. Our cavalry. They're doing a good job harassing the enemy, I'll be honest. Yeah. We'll bring Lydell up here. We can fill this gap in if we need to. We've got units. Alright, charge in there. You two charge there. All of you keep pushing south. Biggest thing is holding the left side of the battle. Alright, Barnes. Start hammering down on their flank. Or Appler is taking a pounding. Okay, we've captured the skirmishers there. So I'm kind of hoping that our cavalry can get behind O'Neill here. Alright, all of this artillery. Line it up like that. Oh, this side of the battle is just chaos. That is not at all how I wanted that to go. But I think they got him. Alright, move you up. Ooh, Evans just broke. Alright, Lydell, turn a little bit. These guys right here. This is absolute madness. My goodness. The fortunate thing is you can save, so saving kind of slows the roll down. Actually, don't hold. Okay, those cavalry are chewing him up. They get done chewing up that Nichols brigade. We'll swing in the back of O'Neill over here. There's Jackson. Stonewall himself. No wonder this area of the battlefield is so crazy. Yeah, the artillery is just taking so long to get into position. That extreme right's having a hard time breaking through. We are making pretty good progress movement-wise. We can continue the fight, or we can... I think we'll continue the fight, honestly. Because we're doing good. We're just running out of time. Essentially. We're actually starting to get a bit of offensive action now. So we're going to save as a separate save. And when we come back on our next episode on this game, we're going to see if we can continue this battle. Because, I mean, yeah, we got a draw, but we didn't get the victory. And I think if we keep playing, we can get the victory. Because we finally kind of got our left side of the map stabilized here a little bit. I feel like we can do this. So we've got a save there. I appreciate everybody coming in on the beautiful live stream tonight. A lot of fun. It's nice to get back on this title. We kind of left this title to the wayside for the past couple of months. But we're back in it to win it. Until next time, my friends. Peace.